Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy Motivational Monday. Now, I know it's Cyber Monday, but we're going to go with Motivational Monday. I hope you all have had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I know I did. And as a matter of fact, if I haven't said it before, I probably did. I'm not sure if I did or didn't, but I hope you all have had a wonderful Thanksgiving. You had a wonderful Black Friday, just a wonderful shopping experience this weekend. You found everything you were looking for and then some. Okay, so now we are here at the start of a new week, and I will not keep you long. As you can see, it's kind of an overcast day, and right now it is 54 degrees outside. And as you can see, I am in a different studio today. So yes, y'all, I am sitting in the Ghost, is what we call it. It is a Chrysler 300. So, you know, this is the first time I filmed in this studio. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, I think that's it. So we're going to jump into, well, I need to put some air in that back tire. I can see that too. But I should have brought my air pump out with me, but that's all right. I'm going to get it. So today's topic is God can move you from nowhere to somewhere. Now, I don't know who, my hand to God, y'all, I don't know who this message is for, but God can move you from nowhere to somewhere. Now, before I go on, let me say this. When I say move you from nowhere, I'm talking about nowhere as you see it. Because sometimes we tell ourselves that we are going nowhere when in fact you have gone so far. You just don't see it for whatever reason. But I just want you to know that God can take you from nowhere to somewhere. And so this quote that I'm going to share with you is by Bishop T.D. Jakes, and he says, just like that, God can move you from nowhere to somewhere with such rapid speed that you need not be troubled by the years of being ignored. Because once God moves you to the forefront, you will never be ignored again. So you should savor that. Let me go back, because some of you all think right now that you are nowhere and you want to go somewhere. You think you are a nobody and you want to be somebody. But listen to what he says. He says, so you should savor that time and allow that time to prepare you, because once you are famous, you can never be anonymous again. I'm gonna put a pin right there. You know, that's just like those of us who do YouTube videos and those of us that have established ourselves and our platforms on social media. When you go someplace and somebody recognizes you, number one, that's an awesome feeling. I think I shared with you all before how one time I was in the gym, and a guy spoke to me and he said, it's so nice to finally meet you in person. And my first thought was, I ain't gonna lie, my heart started to race, because I didn't know who he was. I had never seen him before. And I didn't realize till after we started talking, and I said, well, where do I know you from? Where do you know me from? And he said, we follow each other on Instagram. I said, we do? He said, yeah. I said, what's your IG name? So he told me. I pulled it up, and lo and behold, there he was. And he had liked many of my videos. I had liked many of his. We both had commented on each other's videos. But you know how when you see somebody in person, they tend to look a little different than they do when you see them on social media. And he said, no, he said, when I saw you, immediately I recognized you. Well, not only did he recognize me, but he recognized my teammate, Nikki, because we were in there working out. And then when I asked him, I said, how did you know I would be here? And he said, because you always post your videos, which I did on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays has always been leg day. Wednesdays is back day. Fridays is chest and upper body day. And I said, but how did you know I worked out at this Gold's Gym? And he said, because you know, when you do your check-in and you put where you are, I noted that I was at Gold's Gym in Ritchie Station. That's how he knew where I was. I thought, I'll be damned. because it just never even dawned on me that people pay attention to that. And so he said, you always post your videos around this time. And so because he had an idea of the time and the place, he decided to just show up. And he doesn't live here in the DMV area. He happened to be in town visiting family. And so he just decided to stop on by just to see if he would run into me, because he wanted to meet me in person. But I said all of that to say that once you get out there and people begin to see your face, and they get to know you in a sense, because when you start to become a fixture in social media, or on social media, I should say, you start to share your life and yourself with the people that watch your videos, a lot of times they feel like they know you. Now, do they know you personally? No, but they know what you share with them, is what I'm getting at. And so you can now no longer, as he says, be anonymous again, because you are famous in a sense, because people now know you from social media, be it your Facebook platform, your Instagram platform, your YouTube channel, your podcast, or wherever it is that people know you. So he's saying cherish that time and allow it to prepare you for when you really get out there and get on the level of Les Brown or Bishop T.D. Jakes, that you're prepared, because when you start to go places, people are going to go, that's Michelle, or that's Coach Michelle from YouTube, or, however they refer to you. And so you can no longer just kind of go and blend in with the crowd, because people now know who you are. And then he says you can be infamous, but you can never be anonymous. What it costs you to walk out into the light of God's presence, or into the light of jazz, or into the light of politics, or into the light of entertainment, you can never go back again. He said you will always be recognizable. That is so powerful. You will always be recognizable. So let me kind of bring this on home, and I'm going to let you be. When I read that last line, it made me stop to think that once you become a follower of Christ, you will always now be recognizable. See, that's why you can be out and about and someone will say to you, and I've had people say this to me several times, more times than I can even count, and I've heard them say, I don't know you personally, but God is doing some great things in your life, or God is going to do some great things in your life, or God is going to use you to be a blessing to someone. And I always want to go, well, who is it? How do you know this? But I don't ask. And I believe I don't ask is because I know, and I believe in my heart of heart, that they see something in me that only another only another follower of Christ can see in you. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you have somebody that doesn't know Christ the way that you know him, they don't see certain things in you that other people can see. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. So that last line, you will always be recognizable. Those who follow Christ, they recognize others that follow Christ. That's powerful, you guys. That is so powerful. And so you can sit back and you don't have to say much, and you can just, stay to yourself if you choose to. But those that truly follow Christ, they're going to know you immediately, because there's something about you that lets them know, I know he or she is a follower of Christ. And that's why people make those comments about how God is using you, or he's going to use you in a mighty way. And so now when I hear people say that, I just say, thank you. I accept it. God, use me how you see fit. And I truly believe in my heart of hearts that every time I hit that record button, God uses my voice to be a blessing to someone. And I know that because I've had people email me And those that may have my phone number, text me or inbox me and say, Michelle, I watched your video and you have no idea how it blessed me. You have no idea, y'all, excuse me, my sinuses are draining. I'm trying to hold it back. I'm so sorry. You have no idea how what you shared was so right on time. I needed that. I needed that at this time, at this place in my life. And so I said all of that to bring it back home, that God can move you from nowhere to somewhere. So if you wake up every day, I'm so thankful that I don't, but if you wake up every day and you say, Lord, I feel like I'm a nobody. I feel like nobody knows me. I feel like, you know, I'm never going to go anywhere in life. Honey, put on your seatbelt and just wait. Because I believe that God has big things designed for you that are coming your way. But he has to make sure that you are ready to take on those things. So that's the other thing. God can move you. So if you are one of those people who have said, you know, God, I want to be an international speaker. I want to be a world famous life coach. I want to be a motivational speaker, whatever title you've given yourself. Yes, you want to be those things. All I'm saying to you is start preparing yourself now. Start thanking God every day in advance for giving you whatever that thing is. See, I don't know about you all, and I'm going to talk about that later on in the week. I don't have to wait until everything is going good for me to shout and praise God and jump up and down and clap my hands and shake my tambourine if I had one. I do that in advance. So start thanking him right now for the things that he's going to give you, because it's coming. It truly is coming. You may not have it just yet, but I promise you it is coming. So I want you to start thanking God in advance for whatever that thing or those things are that you've asked him for. Thank him in advance for moving you from nowhere to somewhere, i.e. moving you from where you are right now to where it is that you've asked God to deliver you. Because that's what I want to do. I want to be a well sought after keynote speaker. I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to travel the world speaking life into people, letting them know that, hey, just because nobody knows your name right now outside of your family and close friends, one of these days, everybody or most people are going to know your name, and they're going to know your name in a good way. See, because some people, folks know their names and it's not for a good reason. So we don't want that. Okay, we don't want that at all. I want you all to go out here and have people know your name for the good things and the good deeds that you do on a regular basis. So hopefully something that I said resonates with you, I'm sorry. And you can say, you know what? I can see that. I can see that, because like I said, I don't know who needed to hear this word, but I need you to just keep doing what you're doing. Do your part. Keep thanking God in advance, because he will deliver that thing to you. Okay? It's coming. I need you to believe that it's coming and just wait for it. So if you're new to watch my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. So glad to have you. Y'all know I miss you and I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your Monday. May it be a motivational Monday. May you find motivation and life in all that you do. I'm praying that God will put the right people in your life that will cross your path today and all this week, to be honest with you, that will help move you from where you are to where you want to be, to get you to that next level. And then when you master that level, get you to the next level, and so forth and so on. That is my prayer for each and every one of you. Listen, I love you all to the moon and back. You know the drill. You know my spiel. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing at all. Because I'm going to love you no matter what. I'm going to love you no matter what. And guess what? You can't do a thing about it. Love you all. We'll talk again on Wednesday.